Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be on how I highlight and contour, and basically my foundation routine. It's pretty much the same, it hasn't changed, but I did incorporate a couple of steps which I will show you guys in this video. So if you want to see how I contour and highlight, then keep on watching. Okay, so the very first thing that I do before applying anything on my face is I have to moisturize my face. At the moment here in the UK, it's really cold and my skin feels really dried, so just to keep the moist back and keep my face hydrated, I just moisturize my face. So you can use any moisturizer will do. I'm gonna use the Clean and Clear moisturizer. I just love the way this feels on my skin, so I just apply a tiny bit, just enough to moisturize your face, and it feels so good. It's so dried here in the UK. Like the winter, I hate the winter. Oh my goodness. The next thing I do is to prime my face. I do have a couple of primers, but any primer will do. The reason why we prime our face is just for the foundation to have something to stick onto. I tend to prime my face anytime I'm applying foundation onto my face. The primer I'm going to be using today is the Cover FX Mattifying Primer. This is the one with the acne treatment. I like this primer because it's very mattifying and it's just beautiful on the skin. Basically, I'm just going to apply a couple of this onto my skin. I'll leave the primer to set into my skin for a bit before applying my foundation. When I apply the moisturizer, I did massage onto my skin so it can absorb the moisture. I've left for a couple of minutes for it to sink in, and then I went on to apply my primer. Now I'm gonna leave my primer to stay on for about a minute or two. Afterwards, I'll apply my foundation. Oh my god, why don't came with a primer? I didn't know. Oh my god. I'm gonna go for a full coverage look. As you can tell from my face, I do have some acne scars and some discoloration, so I like to go for a full coverage that will conceal all of these imperfections. So for foundation today, I'm gonna use the Huda Beauty Full Filter Foundation, and I'm in the shade Cinema. This is what the packaging looks like, and I really love this foundation. I don't know what is in this foundation, but it is full coverage. Whatever's in this foundation is really good. I'm gonna use this foundation today. The thing about this foundation is that it's really thick. You can actually spray your brush all your face just to help it glide on smoothly, but for me, I like to spray my brush before picking up the foundation. Then I'm gonna pick up the foundation and just apply it just a tiny bit, and then I just dab it first just to spread the foundation before. Because the foundation is really dry and really thick, I like to apply some Mario Badescu facial spray onto my face, and then I just press it into my skin. So I just finished applying my foundation. I personally do not apply foundation down to my neck because I feel like it would get the clothes of my neckline stained and dirty, so I just skip that area. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to highlight my face, and I'm going to be using the Elegant Pro Concealer in Font. Since the foundation is full coverage, I don't really do much of a highlight. So if your foundation is not like full coverage, then you might want to apply more. I don't really do much on my forehead, just a tiny bit, because when I blend under my eyes, the remaining bits I just apply onto my forehead, because I don't really have a big forehead. So after I apply my highlight, I'll just wait for like a minute for it to deposit its effect. So the main purpose of highlighting is just to highlight the areas that lights normally hit. So I would just let this sink in for about a minute, and then I'll blend it out. So it's about a minute now, so I'm just gonna blend the concealer with the Real Techniques Face and Body Sponge. Just gonna So when I blend my concealer, I blend it down my mouth area here, because normally when I apply every other thing, this area tend to be really dark, so just to keep it balanced with the face, I just blend the concealer downwards here. Then I blend my concealer just a tiny bit down here. I don't take my concealer up too high around my hair area, so I just stop like at this point close to my eyebrows, and I just bounce back and forth just to blend it back in. So that's pretty much all that I do. And I travel my concealer into my eye area here, so that area doesn't feel left out, and just brightens that area as well. And I also take it onto my lower lash line by looking up, and then I'm blending the concealer into the area. And I also apply concealer onto my eyelid just to mute out any discolorations, and also prime the eyes for eyeshadow as well. So now I'm just gonna blend out the chin area, my cupid's bow, and then my forehead. That's pretty much the concealer. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is to set the areas. So I'm going to be using the W7 banana powder to set the highlighted areas. So the first thing I do is just to set the areas first with the powder, and then I apply some powder and then just leave it there for it to bake. And I also set my eyelid. So before I apply the powder, I make sure that there's no wrinkles. If there are, I will have to blend out that area before applying the powder. So as you can see, there's a little bit of a wrinkle here, so I would have to blend that area first. The bridge of my nose, make a bow, my chin, and then my forehead. So now I'm gonna pick up some of this powder and apply it on my mouth area, because the area of my mouth tends to look really dark when after I've applied every other thing. So I'm just gonna take a tiny bit of a powder and just apply on my mouth area here. So now what I'm going to do now is to take my Mineralized Skin Finish powder in dark, and I'll just use this powder to sweep out and also set my face with this powder. So what I'm going to do first, I'm just gonna press this powder into my skin. When I get this area, I just swirl it in. So now the next thing we're going to be doing now is to contour our face. Now I'm going to be using the Solate bronzer to contour my face. I'm just using this angled brush. I'm just going to contour from my hairline downwards. So I'm just going to start with just a tiny bit of strokes. So now I'm going to blend the edge of the contour. I normally stop half from my brow area, so I don't know if you can see the difference. This is more chiseled and this area is just normal. I'm gonna apply just a tiny bit on my forehead. This area here. Just a little bit on my chin area. So I'm just gonna do the same to the other side. Contouring the perimeters of my forehead. It's alright, we're all looking all powdery, but later on it's gonna be okay. Now I'm gonna bronze up my face. I'm gonna use the Sunkissed Sculpt and Glow powder. You can totally skip this step, but I don't bronze my face on a daily basis, but for this purpose of this video I'm just gonna bronze my face. What I do is I use the same brush that I use in contour, and I just tap some of the product in, just tap, and then I just sweep this over my contour, basically over my contour, and just take around the perimeters of my face. Now I'm gonna contour my nose. I'm just gonna take this pointy brush by Sigma. This is the E45 pencil brush. I'm just gonna pick up some of the contour powder, tap off the excess, and just go straight on my nose right here. I'm just go over it with the powder brush and just keep it really soft. So now the next thing I apply now is blush. You can use any blush that you like. I'm just gonna apply this blush here. This is Makeup Geek blush in Chivalry. Is it Chivalry? I can't remember the name of the blush, but I'll just put it on the screen. So I'm just gonna take a tiny bit with this jewel fiber brush, blend it onto my cheek area, and I normally blend my blush upwards. It doesn't sit on my cheek area, so I just blend it upwards into my hairline, just to blend with the contour. So it's my contour, my blush, and my highlight. So it's just gonna blend that. If you accidentally apply more blush, what you need to do is just go back into your powder and just apply it over your blush. That helps to turn it down a bit. Now the next thing is highlight. You can use any highlighter that complements your skin. I like the bronzy and golden highlighters. I'm gonna be using the Gilded Honey highlighter, and I'm gonna be using my Real Techniques setting brush to apply this. So I'm just gonna tap off the excess, and I'm applying this highlighter onto my highest point of my cheeks. It's going on to this area here. I just apply the highlight and then I blend it down into my blush. Yeah, and I apply it and I blend it upwards a little bit. And I'm just gonna apply the highlight on the bridge of my nose, the cupid's bow. I normally don't apply highlight on my chin area because I tend to go really oily, so I'm really careful when applying highlight onto my face. So I normally take a tiny bit of this highlight and then just brush it up here on my brows, just to give my brows an illusion of a higher brow. And also the last step would do is to set our face, keep everything in place, and to set all the powder going on right now. I'm just gonna set my face with the Morphe continuous setting spray. So after applying that, I'm just gonna let it dry, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so that's pretty much how I contour and highlight. I really hope you liked this video. I hope it was very interesting and very informative. This is pretty much what I do. I really don't do much to my face. I just like to keep it very put together, and yeah, that's basically it. So thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, welcome, and please subscribe. It's free. And if you're coming back again, thank you so much for watching this video. Now I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.